Hey guys, Rex here, and just a quick Destiny 2 fashion video. I wanted to just show this character off, just as just the look and the aesthetic. I don't think it's a character. I mean, enough people should know the character, but I'll go through and I'll explain what I've done and the things that I'm using. So this is my hunter here, and I'll go into this screen when it loads. So what I've done is I've gone for, I will do some pictures on screen as well just to show you. But this is my idea of an adult Hugo De Rune. That is one of the main characters from A Plague Tale, both Innocence and Requiem. But this outfit is a fairly specific outfit from the first game. And again, I'll put a photo up on screen so you can see. But it's not an outfit you don't really get to just go into the wardrobe and change outfits. But he does end up wearing it later on in the game. So I'm going to avoid any spoilers for people that haven't played. But it is like a very specific outfit that it gets given, and you'll see why if you play the game. And I really do suggest that you go and play that game because it is amazing. But for those that don't know, it's an older day game. So it's set like 17th century, and basically there's a brother and sister, and Hugo is the younger brother, and there's a lot of rats. It's basically the black plague, pretty much. There's a lot of rats, and again, avoiding spoilers, but Hugo has a different relationship with the rats than a lot of other people. Again, which is explained and stuff in the game when you play it. So there is a big sort of rat aesthetic, and I'll pop some photos up and stuff as we go through of a few references that I make. But here we go. So to start off, this is the closest I can get facially and hair wise to an older looking Hugo. I mean, his hair's a little bit darker than this in the game, but there isn't really like a dark, well, like a mid-brown hair colour. In Destiny, it's either light or really dark. There's not a middle one, so I went for the lighter option. But we'll go through. So this mask here is, again, pretty close to a mask that's in game. It's one of the closest I can find. So I'll go through, and this is the Pathfinder's helmet ornament, and I'm using this shader here, the Blue Shift Dreams. That gives it that sort of blacky grey colour, but it also keeps the eyes white. A lot of the other black shaders make the eyes go red, and it's a little bit more sort of evil look than I wanted, so I wanted to keep them sort of white or clear. So that's why I use Blue Shift Dreams on this one. The gauntlets we've got here, when I load, it's a lot less. There's no sort of armor, no sort of shield, like shoulder armor. There's no big pads. It's a lot more fabricy, and I think that's closer to the sort of cotton and silk of the actual outfit that he wears in the game. So I've gone for these ones, which is the Prefector scripts. There's a little bit extra. I mean, there are some like gumshoe, which are very plain, very plain. I thought there's a little bit more with the bindings and stuff. Just gives it a little bit more to see. And this is the House of Mayrin, so you do have that kind of pattern that shifts over the black there. But there's a little bit of the gold motif coming through, and on this side you just have a small little red plate on the back of the arm, but it's not too bad. This chest piece here, I mean, it is actually the Dead End Cure, but we are using this, which is a Chaos Heart, which gives him this little chest plate here. Again, there's a very similar sort of central section in the actual Hugo's outfit, like embroidering down the centre, and this is the closest I could find with these 4 buttons down the middle here. And then a little bit of plate. Obviously, I mean, we are Guardians, we are in the future now, so you do need a bit of plate for protection, but it's not too overbearing. And then down on the stomach area as well, you've got that nice sort of red piping and the zip and stuff. It's a lot more fabric based, and that's as closest I could get to the actual outfit. And again, House of Mayrin for this one, that red, gold and black. It's a nice gold actually, it's like a warm, like almost orange in places. But obviously this does change. I mean, for me, I am using this exotic, which is the Orpheus rig. And there's no models on this one I'm not using. Heliope, you can see that goes a lot more armory. And the Forest Ranger, the sort of spiky bottom there, and the webbing. But I think this one, it's a nice simple, you know, leather bound leg set. Not too bad in terms of that. It does give you this pouch here with the arrows, that's part of the exotic. Not a lot you can do, but I think it fits in well. And then this one is a new monarchy regalia. So with House of Mayrin, if I can find it. All the different colours. If I do House of Mayrin, it's not too different. It's a lot more black. The actual pouch is black, and it just takes a little bit of colour out. So if I did use that one, you can see the shades are a little bit different. It has a little bit more about it for me. So that's why I use that one. And this one, we are using the actual middle mantle, or the coronation cloak. So the main thing with this is these gold chains along the back. There's a lot of that on the actual outfit itself, and just in general in the game, there's a lot of other characters have that sort of chain motif as well. And this one is a new monarchy diamonds, just to pull that red out. But the main thing is the gold at the bottom here, just on this side here, makes those chains gold. A lot of the other colours are sort of silver or black chains. So I've gone for this one just to pull that gold out and just really set it off there. But the main thing, and this is where I'm going to make some references, so for the primary weapon I am using the Rat King. Whether or not people enjoy this gun is one thing, but purely just for the look itself, obviously with the rat motif built into there. The back of the gun is actually a rat skull as well, just to really just sell that sort of rat connection to Hugo. And this one here, I'm also going to point out, it is the Royal Chase scout rifle, just there. In terms of look, there isn't anything that makes it very ratty, but just on the side of the barrel there, not the barrel, like the stock rather, there is like the 4 glyphs. There are a couple of similar glyph looking icons throughout Plague Tale as well. So I just saw that on the side and I thought I'd just tie it in a little bit. And this again is using the House of Mayrin, red, black and gold. The rocket isn't anything, and that's just a standard rocket. The ghost shell, there isn't actually a rat ghost shell in the game, but I think the eye and being watchful and that kind of like visual Link is something that's, you know, discussed a lot in the game as well. So I did this. So this is the Ocular Fortitude um, shell, just for that sort of eye look. I know a lot of people use this for like Halloween and things like that, but yeah, it's not bad. Um, like there is enough of a tie-in to the game, I think anyway. Again, House of Mayrin, for that sort of red, sort of bloodshot look, and it makes the sort of the actual iris that nice sort of gold colour, just to set it apart a little bit of being pure white and blending into the body. Just there. And then emblem, I am using the two reasons. So the pattern itself, that kind of red sort of, I don't even know, sort of glitchy blood flow kind of at the top. But purely for the name, blood is a very big sort of marker in Plague Tale. It's all about bloodlines and, you know, your family and your family name and things like that. So I did it more for the name, but also just because of that red look and motif as well with the blood there. And Sparrow has to be done the other side. The big sort of, I mean, I don't know if it's a rat skull. It looks like a rat skull to me. But yeah, there's rats down the side of the front as well, just here. So yeah, like ties in with the Rat King. I've used a slightly different shader here, the New Monarchy. And if I go to House of Mayrin, when I can find it, they always move around. It goes more of a like a browny grey colour just there. The sides and the back aren't too different. There's a little bit of orange here at the front as well. But if you do that, you can see the orange gets a little bit more damaged. It makes it look a little bit older here, but this black is a lot of a deeper black rather than like a browny grey. So that's why I went for that one. And then the ship, I really wish there was another side ship, but there isn't. So this is the closest. Again, I'll throw a picture up on screen at the moment. You'll see with a lot of the rats and where they live and where they take over in the game, there is a sort of nest, kind of War of the Worlds kind of tendril. This now in the game it is mostly black and not red, and I could make this like black webbing, but I think with the ship being that kind of black, slight hint of green hue as it moves, but being a black base and then having that red offset really makes it pop. So this is the Infected Seeker. I'm using the Crucible Metallic for this one. And then for the entrance as well, I'm using Champion Entrance. I'll play that once or twice. That kind of just like black webbing, I think, more actually suits what the webbing looks like in the game. So it's just that kind of, yeah, rat nest, kind of rat web look that we're going for. But that is my idea of an adult Hugo De Rune in Destiny 2 fashion. And that's everything for now. I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.